Good afternoon, and welcome to the closing ceremony for the moving wall here at Eldridge Park on this anniversary of our nation's birth. I'm Renata Steele, the news director of WENY News and a member of the Moving Wall Committee. It's hard to believe just a few short days ago, we gathered here to welcome the moving wall to Elmira. We have a wonderful program for you today. First, I would like to start off by introducing the E.J. Brewer Marine Corps League detachment who will present the colors for us today.
Detail, pin, hut. Rifleman, right, left shoulder, hut. Forward, hut.
Hey, Dunn, on.
Left, hey. Rifleman, order, hut.
We would also like to welcome the Owego VFW Post 1371 Honor Guard.
Detail. Halt. Left. Peace. Order. Hunt.
Joining us today, we would also like to acknowledge the Corning VFW Post 746 Honor Guard and the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 377 Color Guard.
Hey, Dunn, on. Order. On.
Over the past 6 days, thousands of visitors have traveled this walkway behind us to honor the more than 58,000 names on the moving wall. We've seen men and women, families, friends, and strangers come to pay their respects, whether they know a single name on this wall or not. We've witnessed countless Vietnam veterans visit their brothers in arms to run their hands along these names and pay tribute to those who didn't come home. We hope this wall has brought you a sense of peace, and please know you have an entire community behind you. We have so many people to thank. They have all helped make this week so special. First, to our Vietnam veterans. All of this is for you. Thank you for your service. Second, to the yes, please, round of applause. Second, to the dozens of volunteers, community organizations, and businesses who have spent the past 6 days making this event run smoothly with incredible attention to detail. To Chemung County and the City of Elmira for recognizing the service of our veterans and declaring this past week Veterans Week. And thank you to Scott Aspel in particular, without whom this event would not have been executed at the caliber that we've experienced here. We also have some special guests to thank who've joined us this past week. General Sar Puthasak. We will hear from General Sar in just a moment, but sir, we'd love to acknowledge you. Thank you. Speak in just a moment. Kimmy Superat. Ms. Kimmy survived more than 9 years as a prisoner of war and also the members of the Special Guerrilla Unit who fought bravely on behalf of the United States inside Laos during the Vietnam War. Thank you for your service. At this time, I would like to invite the E.J. Brewer Detachment of the Marine Corps League to post the colors. We will also raise the flags behind the wall, and we have some guests helping us with that today. Representing the United States Marine Corps is veteran Bob Donahue. Standing in to represent the United States Space Force is Cameron Dubrava. Raising the flag for the United States Air Force, Charles Hultz. Raising the flag for the United States Army, Don House. For the United States Navy, Rick Milazzo. For the United States Coast Guard, Jim Newis. And raising the American flag, U.S. Army veteran Gino Dunn.
Detail. Present. Hurt.
Detail. Present. Hurt.
And at this time, we would like to direct the Owego Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 1371 Honor Guard to fire the salute.
Port. Left, right, feet. Prepare to fire. Ready. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Ceasefire. Left, left, feet. Present. Huh.
Order. Hurt.
Order. Huh.
Fire. Rest.
Thank you to Carl Berman of the E.J. Brewer Marine Corps League Detachment and Steve Palinoski of the Owego VFW Post 1371 for echo taps. At this time, I would like to invite BSA Scout Troop 43A, 43B, and 43G of Pine City, who will recite the pledge. If you've been here throughout the weekend, you've likely seen the wonderful young boys and girls helping hand out water and have been an impactful part of our weekend here.
Detail. Present. Hurt.
Please turn to face the flag.
Right. Done. Oh.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, At this time, I would like to invite to the podium Moving Wall Chairman Dan Delaney to introduce a special guest.
Detail. November 6th. Right.
Sorry, I had to prove to you guys I'm still young. I was told to shorten this real quick, so Denny, you're one of our first casualties, Denny Wolf. He's our curator of the museum, 1200 Davis Street, Elmira, New York. Dennis, stand up. If it wasn't for Dennis, trust me, this wouldn't be available. Okay, so I'm going to just mention one thing. First of all, you know what? God blessed us. You know what he did? He blessed us. You know why he blessed us? Because we had good crowds here all week long. And you know what else? The weather was absolutely gorgeous. Okay? So on the side of being serious, I just want to mention one thing on the what the wall stands for. What Dwight D. Eisenhower did not start the wall, but he said something about the veterans that was very, very touching. Okay. He was at a news conference in 1953, and in this conference, he was asked, "What do you think, sir? Do you think that this country is going to make it? Do you think communism is going to take us over?" And the guy says, "You know, I don't understand that because we have all the resources we need. We got wood, we got lumber, we got oil, we got steel, we got coal. We got all of it on resources." And you know what President Eisenhower said? "You're missing one thing. The greatest resource we have is the American veteran." So I'm just going to be on my merry way because I got Marty Chalk telling me, cut it. So I guess Renata, am I here to introduce the general? Yes. Oh, there you are, over there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this general has fought since the early part of the Indochina War. He was a Laotian soldier, and he worked his way up to being the general of the fighters of the Laotian army. And you know what he did? He fought and he fought and he fought. He fought when he was a little boy. Correct, General? The little boy? Yes. Yes. And we're honored to have him here today. We really are. This is an honor. I'd also like to say, Miss Kimmy, it's an honor to have her here too because she spent 9.5 years in a POW camp. 9.5 years. All right, well, to move on, I will introduce the general. Go right ahead, it's all yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. But first of all, I will thank you, very honored to be here. And welcome home for all my friends, my brother in arms, especially Vietnam veteran. Yeah, I'm over there too long, like Mr. Dan said, almost 22 years. Yeah, I came here in 1983. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I'm thank God, thank Buddha. I'm still here, I'm still alive. I fought with communist over there, how many years? You know that, yeah. I want to thank you so much for all teamwork, and especially Mr. Gabriel, Mr. Dan, and all community here. They do fantastic job. This is not easy job, pretty hard job. I done already twice in my state, in Connecticut, 2011 and 2015. I know this is a hard job, but I look at all around, this is beautiful. You guys done fantastic job. Thank you so much for all the teamwork. You have teamwork done very, very good. Yeah, I appreciate and honor, all respect all of you. Yeah, I gotta go back home tonight. I be here from last Wednesday. I heard Mr. Gabriel and Mr. Dan. They said, you know, sir, you have to be there. I said, I'm very honored, very respect to be there, because that's for my heart. We never ever forget our history, especially the war. 58,278 people were here, all our brothers in arms. They never come home. Yeah, it's just on my state, 613 people over there. It's a small state. See, that's why we went to celebration 2008. They had dedication in Coventry over there. That's I tell you, it's breaking my heart. I'm so pissed. Yeah, a lot of my brother, my sister did not come home. Yeah, that's why right now, we all American. I ask all of you, especially our veteran, Vietnam, VFW, American Legion, AMVET, Vietnam Veteran of America. We all the brother in arms. We have to stand all together, fight all together, prepare, protect our country. I don't want anybody come here, rule up our country. No, if I know that, I can fight them forever. What we do for? We do for the young generation, for our kids, for our grandkids. How they survive in this country. Please, yeah, we have to stand all together. Keep an eye, prepare, protect our country, my friend. Yeah, all of you. We all American. Yeah. Thank you so much for all of you. And today I gotta go back home. I never forget it. If you have chance, you go to Connecticut, please go take a look. Monument I built over there. I put helicopter Hewitt in Middletown, Veteran Park. I have my helicopter in there already. Hewitt US-1D, the one we used for rescue American pilot all along Ho Chi Minh Trail, Cambodia, Laos, in South Vietnam. Yeah, please. Any you have question, please ask Mr. Gabriel, Mr. Dan, and all the community over here, they know me. I'm pleased to keep all you information. And thank you so much for all of you. Please support our troop. Please honor, remember all our veterans. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God bless United States of America. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for having me here.
At this time, we'd like to have some members of our executive committee give a few remarks. They have been instrumental, along with all of our committee members, in bringing this event here to you today. First, I would like to invite up Executive Board Committee Member Marty Chalk.
Thank you, Renata. I don't know about you, but I would follow you anywhere. November 1st, 1955. April 30th, 1975. The beginning and the end of the Vietnam War, nearly 20 years, a period of time that ended the lives of over 58,000 heroes, a period of time that changed our country forever, a period of time that we must never forget. To the hundreds of thousands who returned home from Vietnam, you did not receive the hero's welcome that you so richly deserved. Now, so many years later, we gather as a community to honor our heroes who sacrificed their lives for our freedom, and to honor those heroes who still walk with us today. Thank you to the hundreds of people who have been a part of this extraordinary project and who allowed us to honor the thousands of men who we honor today. Thank you to VVA 803, Denny Wolf, Larry Sherman, Bob Brill, Dan Delaney, and all of you. Thank you to our dedicated committee. I would ask all of our committee members to please stand and raise your hand and be properly recognized. Our committee members, please stand. Thank you all. Thank you to all of those who made financial and/or in-kind donations. Thank you to Chemung County and the city of Elmira, especially Scott Aspel. You know, my remarks kind of mirror those of Renata. Honestly, I didn't copy your paper. Thanks to all of you who took the time to visit this wall. We sincerely appreciate your support, your respect, and your reverence. Thank you to all who volunteered to read names. I know for many of you that was very emotional. Thanks to WENY and Lilly Broadcasting for all that you have done. In summary, I am so proud of the way our community came together. I made many phone calls and personal visits seeking support, as did many of our volunteers. I will tell you that not one person or one company said no. The response was always, what can we do for you and how much can we do? I think that we have seen in the past week the best of our community. Finally, every name on that wall, God bless you, rest in peace, especially my dear friend Rich Barnes. Thank you.
I would now like to introduce U.S. Army Vietnam veteran and Executive Board Committee member Gino Dunn.
Well, all I can say is that's going to be a tough act to follow, Marty. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Eugene Dunn. I go by the name of Gino. And I served in Vietnam from 1969 to 1971. And I'm one of the lucky ones. I got to come home. First, I would like to thank Bob Brill and Dan Delaney for seeing this through from the conception of this wall to the completion. It took many hours of meetings and planning to bring the wall to our community. Renata Steele has been a wonderful part of the team. I do not know how we would have to do without her, so thank you very much. ENY and Lilly Broadcasting with all the publicity and support. Thank you. Marcia Bixby has really worked night and day on so many different projects, and there isn't anything that she can't do. So thank you so much, Marcia. Also, another instrumental person in making this happen and going out into the community day in and day out, Mr. Martin Chalk. And the workhorse of this project, by no means, he worked countless number of hours and never asked for anything in return. Scott Aspel. The people that we have met from this community have made a profound effect on me this week. The community support has been overwhelming. Yesterday, I had the pleasure with my wife walking my family past the wall. 5 of my 6 children and 4 of my grandchildren gathered to share this special time with me. They let me explain the symbols on the wall, meaning general information on the wall, and listening to my stories. We stopped at the apex of the wall to take a couple of photos. We all paused. I made a charcoal rubbing of my friend Lewis Grove, who died in Vietnam 2 days after I had joined the Army. There are 58,318 names on this wall. All brave soldiers who did not make it home. I'm deeply profoundly aware that on the wall in front of us and engraved the names of people who never gathered with their loving families and supportive families to honor their fallen heroes. It is our responsibility and our honor to never forget. Hurrah!
And now I would like to invite Executive Committee member and U.S. Marine Corps Vietnam veteran Chris Camus to the podium.
About 7 months ago, I was drafted onto the executive committee. About a week after that, I was drafted to be the chair of the executive committee. It's probably the greatest honor I've had in my entire life. On that wall, as of May 2017, as people have said before me, 58,318 names. 1,604 of those names are people that have been missing in action, and some of them are still missing, most of them are still missing in action. 376 names have been added since 1982. 160 of those names won the Medal of Honor. 120 individuals are from other countries that serve with our troops. 31 were sets of brothers that died in Vietnam. 16 were chaplains, 8 were women, all nurses. 3 sets of fathers and sons. I had a lot to say about thank yous. Gino and Marty did a tremendous job. I don't need to deal with that. And I said that, I shouldn't have said that, that sounded snotty, but the wall is still healing people. You may think 35 years, people are all healed or dead or whatever. The other night, one of my friends called my wife and said, "Tell Chris I just can't come." The next day, Renata wrote me into doing an interview, and I did an interview. When I finished doing the interview, I walked out to the sidewalk where some people are standing, and there he stood with his wife and daughter. I don't think he's ever been to the wall before. He was one of the first modern-day Navy SEALs.
before all the glory and all the TV shows and all that, before any of that, he was a SEAL. We've given a lot of thank you here, and I truly do not like reporters, news people. Renata has changed my whole position for this. She has done tremendous about above and beyond what I feel any newspaper or news person would do for us, she has done in this area. She has had her parent company support us fully. We've given her an obligation because she's the baby son on the executive committee. Hopefully in 25 years, we've dumped some stuff on her that she has to do and make sure is done. Maybe some of you folks will be around, maybe none of us will be around. And she stepped up to the plate and took those responsibilities like a true Marine, but she's not a Marine. Again, there's a lot of healing that still needs to be done. The general can tell you that. We're trying to get there. I thank everybody for coming. I'm just going to make it short. I can't thank the community enough for the support they've given the committees.
At this time, we would love to bring you a wonderful musical performance. Carl Berman from the E.J. Brewer Detachment of the Marine Corps League will now perform America the Beautiful.
Detail. 10. Hut. Present. Hut.
And now please welcome Pastor Patricia Hubbard with the New Beginnings United Methodist Church to say a brief prayer for us today.
All right. Hey. Run. Run.
Thank you for inviting me to pray with you. Gracious God, we rejoice and give thanks for the holy and sacred moments of these past few days that have allowed us to remember, to honor, to grieve, and to lament the loss of family, friends who gave their lives during the Vietnam War. Be with us as we hold these memories dear to us, letting them be a balm of hope and healing upon our hearts. And may the God who is, who was, and is to come bless you with the gifts of grace and peace. May you go forth from here with the courage to share that grace and peace so that these deaths and the deaths and service of all who have served this country will not have been in vain. Go humbly so that that peace, the peace that God wishes for us, may be a way of life for all. Amen.
And lastly, I would just like to say thank you one more time to everyone who has had a role in making this project possible, especially to the hundreds of readers who have joined us throughout these past 6 days, making sure that every single name on this wall has been spoken aloud. Thank you. A round of applause for you. When I came on board this project, I did not know what I was getting into. And I'm happy to stand here today and say after many, many months, so many people who were strangers in that room at the IAV the first time I walked in, I can now proudly call my friends. Thank you so much. And again, on this 4th of July, a day where America celebrates its independence and the birth of our nation, we need to thank the people who helped make it possible, and those are our veterans. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here today. To the E.J. Brewer Marine Corps League Detachment, you may retire the colors.
Detail. Right, hook. Rifleman. Right, left shoulder. Hard. Forward.
Three,
Hard.
on. Turn, on, right, face, file from the left, at ease, march.
I forgot to tell him about red for the guys still deployed on Friday. Can you make note of that? Thank you.
We want to let everyone know that the wall is still open for viewing for another 20 minutes. Please take your time, enjoy another trip through. Again, and thank you to the City of Elmira and Eldridge Park for hosting it here today. Thank you so much for joining us. And one last thing we wanted to point out, you've noticed the moving wall t-shirts so many of our supporters have been wearing throughout the weekend, and that color red was chosen intentionally. The color red is significant, and it's a acronym for Remember Everyone Deployed. We want to thank you to our troops who are still fighting for our freedoms and our countries who are overseas right now. Thank you.